Mhm. How are you beautiful tubers doing? By the way, does anybody not like potato skins? Evidently, I love them. So we got that going, and we're gonna be ceiling catted. There you go. How are you beautiful tubers doing? This is oh my gosh, it's Monday already. Holy cow. It's amazing how quick that happens. Um, I'm in a hot room because my air conditioner in here does not work. And that is that this aggression will not stand. But anyway, hang on a second. Can't get my stuff set up. I don't have anything set up yet. I don't know why it's not set up. It should be. Oh, because I had to restart everything. That's right. I'd restart everything right before the stream so I could have everything working. Does that make sense? I hope so. I hope you guys had a beautiful, wonderful day today. It's been quite pretty. Where did that go? Oh, sorry. Looking for the I have to download files. Hey, J. Marie, how you? Whoops, I just lost everything. I'll look at a blank screen. There you go. Hey, J. Marie, how are you? What's happening, kid? Um, oh, love potato skins. You know what? Here's a funny thing about me. So I love potato skins, but I love them. I have to have mustard with them. Is that not the weirdest thing you've ever heard of? Yeah, mustard. I put like some people dip sour cream. I dip mustard. So anyway, J Man, how you doing? How you doing, T42? Come up here, expert. It's 58. Well, it's 68 here now. It was warmer a little bit ago. I just put I had a I don't know where I'm gonna go with anything. I'm not gonna talk anymore. I'm done. Side eyes, how you doing? Wait, Kristen's here. Where is she? I don't see her. Um, hey Mitchell, how's it going, buddy? What's happening? There you are, still eating, I see. Yes, I know. I only eat when I'm on stream. That's the only time I'm sitting down. I really do have for not being committed to something, I really am busy a lot. It's it's crazy how busy I am. It's yeah, I put mustard on my like like the TGI Fridays potato skins. That's what we had. So I put uh, uh I mean, they come with like cheese and bacon bits on them, but I put mustard on top. So, hey Danielle, how you doing? Ooh, potato skins. So good. So good. Um, hey David, how's it going? What's going on, man? Um, not mustard, really? I love mustard. I love me some mustard. Hey Shane, how's it going, buddy? Common sense investigator, how are you doing? I am so happy to see you. There was something about you. I talked about you this weekend, and you can't remember who with. I think it was with Baker. I don't remember why. Hey, I was talking about you. That's usually a bad thing people think, but it's a good thing because I only say good things. I'm like, oh, hey, so and so, blah 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 blah, all that stuff. How you doing, Lilo? What's going on? Because of creeps. Oh, well, yeah. Well, I mean, you're. Sorry, I had two thoughts just went through my head at the same time, and they kind of collided. One, your avatar, I think it still looks like you, so which is good. But 2, yeah, absolutely, creeps. They'll do reverse image searches on you and stuff like that. There's a reason why you should wear sunglasses in public, but that really upsets me too. I don't like that. Um, hmm, yeah, I don't like that. Hey, Tony Stewart. Holy cow, how's the, racing legend Tony Stewart's here? That's awesome. It's 85 in Nemo. What? Lauren, where's Lauren? Did I miss somebody? What'd I miss? I feel like I'm missing everything. Guys, I wanna go over the, Kelsey Fitzsimmons. I don't really understand all the stuff that happened at the beginning of it, right? And so, you guys know our friend, Emily C, right? God, she is so great. Y'all, she is awesome. And she was, started what was that, yesterday? She was covering the, oh, I always mess up her name. I have it right here because I was looking it up. Um, Hang on, I was looking at it. I have it. I'm not gonna look at the chat till I find it. No, 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 no. I went too far. Ah, Sandra Burchard. Is that right? It just came to my mind. Did I do it right? I hope I did. Birchmore, Sandra Birchmore. Oh, oh gosh, guys, that was a hard one. I don't know why I can't remember her name. Anyway, so Emily C was covering some of that yesterday, and I was like, oh man, like all this just it blows my mind, y'all. And I'm with you, everybody in Massachusetts. There's a crazy amount of craziness up there, and these are the people that you call, when you need help. You're at your worst times, right? So, we need to do better. But anyway, the Kelly Fitzsimmons trial. I want to go over the micro dustings because I didn't know anything about Kelly Fitzsimmons until like a couple weeks ago. All right, and when I say knew anything, it was like I had it in the background, and it all started with them trying to explain how a Glock works. Kathy, how you doing? The fundraiser she was doing for Kelsey. Was that yesterday? I don't remember which one. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Like that stuff like that really bothers me. I know I'm really far behind the chat. I just saw a few things. Hey, Miami, how you doing? There's the strange one. Grass is green enough. How are you doing? Yes, thank you. I see now T42, but I had to get that out. Sandra Birchmore. So, but tonight we'll be doing Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Even though you guys keep messing me up. Hey, Harriet, how are you doing? And have I said hey to about everybody? I hope I have. I hope I have. Common sense investigator, you'll need to help him. Oh, yes, please. Yeah, I need lots of help. I do need lots of help. So it's Kelsey, right? Kelsey. Did I say Kelly? So, Kathy, like you weren't here the other day when everybody started telling me different names. And I was like, why are you guys doing this to me? Stop doing it to me. But what I do want to show you guys, where did this go? That is the wrong thing. Come on here. Where'd my earbuds go? Earbuds. Hello. Come here. All right, there you are. Okay. Lots of help. Lots of help. Oh my gosh, I do. I do. Trust me. It's getting worse. I went to get a tan today and left. But I was like, I really need a tan because I'm translucent. And I don't like it because I can see through me and I don't see a soul. which is not good because you should. I should see assault. Hey, Debbie Joe, how are you doing? This was all with the wrong names. Which made fun. That was all me with the wrong names. What are you talking about? Noel, how you doing? What is happening? Um, y'all, if there's somebody in the chat who I missed, please say something. I don't want to miss you guys. I really do. I love you guys. I appreciate you being here. First thing though, hold on here. Let me do this. So I just want to share something with you real quick. Let's go ahead and get the uh okay, hang on here. So this popped up. I watched it and I was like, oh boy, do I know people I need to share this with? Oh crud. I go and put it on the screen first. So y'all are the people I need to share this with because well, you'll see here in 1 second. You'll see in 1 second. Nope, wrong thing. There you go. And this. Here we go.
You're a clan of two. A Mandalorian and a child of destiny.
Okay, you see what it is? The
Your
final
story
trailer.
is far from over. This is the way.
So if you guys any Star Wars fans or whatnot, this is the Mandalorian. I don't know why there's gonna be a movie, but there is gonna be a movie. I guess they want to get like cussing and stuff in there. I don't know. I don't know why they're doing it. But it's not that you guys, I'm sharing with you guys the Mandalorian. It's this part right here. Hang on.
Hey, never touch the buttons.
Yeah.
Never touch the buttons.
For those of you that missed it or are from Rio Linda.
Hey, never touch the buttons.
So there you go. I will now be seeing this movie. Who knew I was a little green frog touching buttons all the time? Diane, how you doing? Diane, you had a good space today. I was in there for a bit, and you were talking about gambling, and you were like, "I hope nobody has a gambling problem." And I was like, I didn't know how. I've done spaces a long time ago. Miami's been on the spaces with me, but I tried to comment, and I think it went out as a tweet. But anyway, I was like, gambling is my retirement plan. Look, you're going. Everybody's gonna. It's in the theaters. It's coming out soon. Um, yeah, you did well. You really did. Um, what happened? You have what? Oh, never touch the buttons. That's it right there. You guys, okay? Yeah, it's a frog. I don't know if I like it. Do we like the little green guy, the little green frog? So anyway, okay. So is common sense here? She's supposed to be helping me, right? Is that how this works? Oh wait, where'd my thing go? I had marker dots up here. There you go. Oh, here it is.
So thank you.
So okay, so I made it the first 4 minutes in there. Okay, and I think we know a little bit about the background stuff. I'm just gonna start at 4 minutes, all right? Because it takes a while. If they don't want us to touch the buttons, why do they always have a sticker that says "Try me"? Right? Right? Even the ones that why would that button never say "Do not push"? Like, that is its goal in life. It was made to be pushed. What? I like frogs. I thought,
I like turtles.
nah, we tried. Hey, Stacy, how you doing? Wait, Miami? Question mark. Spice. Hello. Well, she's spicy, all right. All right, so let me. Boop, there we go. This, and we go. Doot and doot.
But Justin became intoxicated, and the
Hey, this is
celebration
Microdot,
devolved into
by the way.
verbal abuse.
Hang on. I have a link to Microdots in the description, and I'll put a link up here shortly. If you don't know Microdots, you need to. They do incredible work, and this is the first time I've seen this, and watching it with you guys for it's all that live reaction and everything. And I want you guys to bring me up to speed. What am I missing? Well,
You are such a fucking terrible person. All I came up here to do is to fucking be with you and maybe fucking have any indication of fucking kissing it. Nope.
Kissing me.
You're
You
such
came
a
up
bad
here
person.
to yell at
What?
me.
Came up here to yell at you. You're a fucking terrible. You're yell at you?
Thank you. You did come up here to yell at me. That's
No.
exactly what you
Yeah.
came here to do.
Sure. Can you put the light on, please, so I can get the fuck out of here?
You fell over in the bathtub. You fell over up the stairs, and you're
I just
embarrassed.
was
And
getting ready
I
to say,
called
now
you
you
out on
can.
it because I just want you to go to
Yes,
bed
trigger warning.
and wake up in the morning and go to your training. But all you want to do is insult me. So thank you. That's like super fucking nice. I'm sitting here rocking our baby, and you say,
Kelsey,
"Oh,
shut the fuck up."
okay." Still have our little baby in my arms.
Yep.
But
No,
okay.
you're right. That was the first time of me yelling, but only the 10th or 12th time of you doing that.
No, this is not the first
Can you
time of
please
you.
put the light on?
yelling.
'Cause I am out of here. I'm not doing this. I'm leaving. Please put the light on that you just had.
You're leaving.
Okay, wait a second. So, what's the guy's name? Justin? He's at her house? Is this right? I'm just going to say that if you're recording the person you're in a relationship with, you're recording what they say, that's a toxic relationship. That's not good. Like, you don't recover from stuff like that usually. There's Hey, Pass, how you doing, buddy? Hey, J. Marie was just in here a second ago. They lived together at her house. Okay. So he's there. So he just like walks in the room and like wants to like make smacky mouth.
After I just got you to maybe lay down and be able to go to your training.
Good for you.
Like not be drunk and go to your training.
He sounds intoxicated.
You'll what? Like I don't understand.
Can you put this on, please?
What on, dude? Like what is going on? It is the middle of the night. You're fucking freaking out. I don't get this. I do not get this at all. You fell in the shower. You slammed your head. You fell in the living room. You slammed your head. You came up here. You start freaking the fuck out, saying you're all done. You want to go home. Like, what are you doing? Like, seriously, what are you doing? What is the point in all of this? What are you doing?
Thank you very much, Kelsey. You have said a lot, and you have been very, very helpful.
I've said little to nothing. All I've said is I want you to lay down and go to bed so you can go to your training in the morning and not have an issue.
You know what? You are fucking brutal.
Okay. I'm fucking brutal because I want you to lay down, go to bed, relax,
I have no idea
go
what
to your
cortisol
training in the morning,
Rennie.
and be normal.
Hey, King Bob.
Yep.
Right?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't know if like you're like pretending to agree with me or.
Yep. No, absolutely.
Please don't fall down the stairs. Oh my god.
Did she say please don't fall down the stairs?
Okay.
I've never heard this.
I'm so fucking nervous right now. I'm so fucking nervous right now.
So she's talking to the recording. Maine trip.
On June 28th, the couple went away
Maine?
on a trip to this Airbnb rental in Bethel, Maine. They were there with a group of friends, celebrating their bachelor and bachelorette parties together. Earlier in the day, Kelsey had driven up with a friend. During the drive, her friend informed her that Justin had stashed a bag of psychedelic mushrooms in the vehicle, inside her glove compartment.
What?
Presumably because he didn't want to risk getting caught transporting them himself. But Kelsey was a police officer in the process of obtaining clearance to return to active duty. If she were to get in trouble for possessing illegal drugs, her career would be over. She was furious that he had hidden the drugs in the car without telling her, and insisted that he not use them over the weekend. But it wasn't only that. For the first time ever, they were without their baby. He was over 3 hours away with Justin's parents, scheduled for a medical procedure in the coming days. The last thing she wanted was for an emergency to occur while Justin was incapacitated and unable to respond. Kelsey brought Justin into a room and confronted him in private. She told him he was not to take the psychedelics on their trip, and that he never should have hidden them in the car without telling her. According to Kelsey, Justin gets angry and pushes her aside. He would later claim that she hit him 3 times, but we've seen no photos or evidence of injuries, only his word.
Well, here's the thing.
As the argument escalated, their guests became involved, and the conflict spilled into the common area. The scene became chaotic. Alcohol fueled the hostility. One of Justin's sisters tries to attack Kelsey and is restrained by other guests. She becomes even more aggressive, kicking and punching the people holding her back. She's locked out.
I think maybe Massachusetts has a drinking problem.
Out of the house to keep her away from Kelsey, but sneaks back in through a basement door. She shouts,
"Next time I see you, it's on sight, bitch!"
A threat.
Ashley, stop!
Meaning the next time they meet, Kelsey will be attacked.
Calm down, Ashley.
Really?
This causes Kelsey to leave. She asks her brother to drive her home and calls her mother back in Massachusetts, requesting for her to pick up the baby from Justin's parents' house.
I agree, Granny.
She agrees, and they all meet back at Kelsey's home very early in the morning.
Nobody knows, J7.
Kelsey was home with the baby and her mother. She was sending Justin text messages, lots of them, saying she needs him and asking him to come home.
If you care at all about me and your son, you will call me right now. I'm being so serious. I need to talk to you, please. Please come home to us. It's not normal to run away from problems like this, making them worse. Come home to your son and your wife. We don't need to talk.
Where did he run away to?
I can't handle doing this alone. Please come home to Caden. Please come home to your son. He needs you, Justin. I have work tomorrow. We need you. Take your time and come home before you get to bed. The police just came to my house, ?
That was the moment she noticed a cruiser pull in.
So we were on a list together today.
North Andover police show up to perform a wellness check. They said they had received information that the night before, Kelsey and her brother had sideswiped another guest's car from the party while driving on the highway, causing damage to both vehicles.
What?
And then speeding off. a very serious accusation of committing a hit and run.
Wait a second, I got it. I'm missing out on something here.
This made no sense to Kelsey. She told the officers the incident simply never happened. To prove it, she called her brother and had him show them his black Cadillac, which had no damage whatsoever, not even a scratch. The officers were satisfied that everything was fine. They apologized.
Wait, hold on. Who said they were in a wreck on the highway? Oh. Well, if they're not, I don't understand the friends part. Like, I keep coming back to that, and I mean, not here, but I mean, like, I think Baker is trying to explain it to me some, and um, listening to Emily, I'm like, I don't. These aren't friends. These aren't friends. Friends are people that like. I don't have drama with my friends. I don't fight with my friends. I mean, I don't know. I'm just
saying that being called to check on Kelsey like this was a waste of their valuable time and resources, and left.
There you go.
It would come out later, in Justin's police interview, why Kelsey was investigated for being involved in an accident.
On the way home, two of her friends, Cassie and Deandra, had also left because they never wanted to talk to her again. On the way home on the highway, they got into a hit and run. Someone had hit them and taken off. They believed that it was little Willie's car, just based off
Wait. Please, no, wait. There's someone named Little Willie? No, yes. This is another one of those things. You guys have gotten me. Everybody's leading me in this direction or just messing with me. Nobody's named Little Willie. That ain't the name. Oh, please tell me that didn't happen. My person's monkey. That reminds me of Punch, by the way. There's a lot that happened that's not explained in this video. Okay. Yeah, some friendships are toxic. Am I missing anything common sense? Oh, Diane! In Massachusetts, we insult each other to show love. If someone says it behind your back, it's because they don't like you. You know, that's like, okay, I do understand. My friends, like, we talk awful to each other. But if anybody else did, then we'd all turn on that person. Thank you, Diane.
The black car, they thought it was a Cadillac, and they truly thought Kelsey was in the state of mind and had the ability to take that wheel and swing it over and hit them. So they thought
they were in a separate car.
They were in a separate car, and they, looking at Kelsey's location after that, they're like, we think Kelsey might have actually just tried to run us off the road.
This baseless accusation from two of Kelsey's bridesmaids reveals how the group had fed into each other's paranoia. They knew she wasn't driving, but that didn't matter. They had convinced themselves that Kelsey grabbed the wheel from her brother and tried to run them off the highway. They tracked her GPS location, and even though it couldn't have placed Kelsey at the scene when the accident occurred, they still allowed themselves to believe it. This pattern plays out again and again in the coming days. Outlandish accusations are made against Kelsey based off of their own projections of what they expect she will do, but never backed up with real evidence. Then they run to the police with these wild ideas that exist only in their imaginations. Justin arrives with his father to remove his firearms from the home. According to Kelsey, he ignores the baby, even though she asked him multiple times if he wanted to see him. And he ignored Kelsey. He refused to acknowledge her at all when she tried to speak to him. Justin leaves after getting his firearms with no issues.
Got everything? Yeah, I'm good.
Were you seeking to see Justin Elaine that day?
Yes,
The isolation years here. Hey, how you doing, bud? What's happening? Y'all, yeah, you need to go check this guy out. So I don't know how he got my algorithm, right? And he has decided to lock himself into a bedroom at his house for a year. And he's coming up on day 80. And he's just really, he's a cool dude. You go over there, you know, talk to him, give you some support. I want to get together with him. We need to figure out when the best time is. We'll have just do like an interview type thing. I mean, it's just get to know each other. But this guy's awesome, y'all. Yeah, thank you, T42. Yeah, check out Skip if you don't know him already. Go over there and sub, y'all. He's gonna get in, and say hi. This guy, I'm telling you, anything we can do to get him out there, because it's such. There's one thing to be a content creator, right? There's one thing to like sit here and tell fart jokes all day, but it's something else to take this type of commitment on, and the work ethic, I mean, gosh, I mean, look, we're coming up on Easter. How many people here, practice uh, Lent, where you give something up for 40 days, or any type of what's that? I almost said famine, not famine, but any type. You try to give up anything. This guy's giving up the outside. This guy's giving up social, like personal interaction. This is a major, major thing. So go in, say hey sometime, and he's an awesome dude. I love Skip. So good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I'll oh wait, you Discorded me one time, didn't you? Or no, X.
We had spoken through text and on the phone in the morning.
You made a plan to meet up in North Andover?
It was quick. It was
fast things. What I was looking for.
I'm on my way
Thank
to
you.
North Andover right now. My mom just gave me gas money.
You speak my language.
I'll meet you at the common at 2. And I said, okay, I love you, bye. And the phone call had already hung up.
Before they meet, she would attend her CPR recertification training. Kelsey and the baby head to the North Andover police station.
I had CPR training at 1 p.m. on the 30th scheduled.
Was that your last thing you had to kind of go through?
That was it. Yep.
This is one of the preparations required for her to go back on active duty.
Perfect, you got it.
She completes the training session. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Although multiple officers know what's going to happen later, they keep it from her. Kelsey leaves the police station. She makes her way to the North Andover town common to meet Justin. On the way there, she passed by one of their friends' homes. She noticed Justin's car outside, along with the cars of some of their friends who were still in town for the Maine trip, and of Justin's family.
When I drove by, I saw Justin's truck. I saw my maid of honor's car. I know I saw his sister, Courtney, Justin's sister, and I know I saw Michelle Mitchell, which was another one of my bridesmaids. So I was like, what is going on? I was supposed to be meeting Justin, and Justin was at our mutual friend's house with people, and I just was so thrown off. I was confused. So I tried calling Justin, and then that's when it just communication stopped.
She waited a while for him to show up, then went for the walk without him.
Okay, wait a second. I'm already losing it. So, that's cool, brother. So they got in that fight. Justin went to his mom's. Then the dad came over and got his guns, right? Just out of the blue. And Kelsey didn't think that was weird. Or I mean, I don't know. I think I lost that. This is a new day. Okay. So how was it about the park? Like, where she was supposed to meet him there, but like her friends were there? Her friends?
At that very same moment, Justin was making a phone call.
Hey, this is Justin again. I'm just calling Lieutenant Whitaker back. I just missed his call, unfortunately.
Yeah, Justin, it's me.
Oh, okay. How you doing, sir? I had a couple quick questions for you again.
Yeah.
So she's messaging me telling me that she's planning on taking the baby up to the land in New Hampshire. Do I have any rights to make sure that she does not leave with that child?
At this point, I don't think we do. I've spoken to my superior.
Yeah.
Filled him in on everything we talked about, and we don't really have the right to deny her child.
Do I have any rights as the father to obtain my child since she's had him for several nights now?
And this is what's weird to me.
Hey, this is the custody. We're both parents here. It's almost my turn to have the kid for the night, so I can know that he's safe and I can go file these after.
Through the police department, no, we don't have that ability. The only way that you would be able to do that if you spoke directly to her and said, I'd like some time with the baby. And if she agrees to that, great. But it sounds like she's probably not going to be. Yeah.
I have my sister who's had a quick question for you as well.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of this. And so I'm on the page of we need to get the baby out of her hands like now, or something really bad could happen. And I know you guys have talked a bit about this, but I am just wondering, is there any difference if she were to try to take the baby out of the state? Does that go against anything? Because that's what she's threatening with. Does the state matter at all? The state lines?
It really doesn't. It's her child.
It doesn't. Okay.
Yeah.
One other question for you, because I think, we're talking about going to the courthouse. How do we, and especially because she is a police officer in this town and everyone talks, and I'm just wondering if we go file this, how do we, because if she finds out that this is filed before it's being addressed, it's going to end really horribly. So how do we actually ensure, and I guess, do you know anything about that process? Would a police officer come with us or with Justin to the house to get the baby? If this is assuming the custody was ordered, that the restraining order and the custody were ordered, what does that look like? Because we're very worried she'd find out before it could actually take place.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then the way, if an order is granted, they will then email a copy of the order to us for service. So we would serve it and then enforce it. So it would be like, here's your restraining order. Per the order, custody of the child is awarded to Justin, in which case we would have to make arrangements, for him to come take the child.
Okay, so he would not be there when you're presenting that. I mean, this might be an odd question, I guess, because if he has the restraining order, he shouldn't be there.
Probably not. I mean, we should probably take care of that. It's okay if he wants to be close by, in order to take custody of the child quickly.
Yeah, right.
He could come if he's in town. We could then reach out to him and say, okay, she's been served. You can come pick up the child now.
Okay. One, just to, I guess, make sure that, because I know you guys will get notified if there is an emergency order put through. She's an officer, of course. What does she have access to see? I'm just is there a way to flag this directly to, the trusted?
No, when it gets sent to the officer in charge. So nobody sees that except the officer in charge and anyone else who has access to that email, which she does not.
Okay, so that's reassuring. So I'm just trying to make sure there's no chance she could find out before this happened.
Did she catch wind while she was at the police station of anything occurring? Like,
Nope.
No. Okay.
Nope. I didn't want to tip her off and give her the opportunity to do anything rash.
Thank you. All right, officer. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
What?
The past few days have been an emotional roller coaster.
This sounds so
First,
stupid.
the blowout up in Maine. Then Justin came to take his firearms out of the house. She was still recovering from postpartum depression while taking the necessary steps to go back on active duty, all while caring for their infant son, without any help from Justin. She was hopeful when he asked her to meet. Now he was ghosting her, not answering any of her calls or text messages. Afterwards, Kelsey called friend and co-worker Eric Sowade. He's a certified mental health officer and was familiar with what had been happening in her life. He was on shift that day. Kelsey told him what Justin had done and kept him updated as things developed. She leaves the park and makes the short drive back home. Kelsey and the baby return from the park at 3:06. The timestamp is 1 hour behind.
You see the propane bottles right there? Evidently, if you buy like propane, batteries, cough syrup, and something else, you get flagged for making meth. That's what I was told, at least. But just Justin having a little bit of a drug problem just made me laugh when I saw the little propane bottles.
She glances at her phone, likely checking to see if Justin has called. After being stood up, noticing the cars parked at their friend's house, and getting completely ghosted, we can assume Kelsey could...
Is this really her house? What are the two holes in the wall back here?
...sense something wasn't quite right.
When you first got home, what'd you do?
I made Kate in a bottle.
But what she had no way of knowing was that over the past few hours, the wheels were turning against her.
I went to the Lawrence District Court.
Damn, very sports highlight.
2:33-ish. At that point, I filled out the documentation for the 201.
Hey, Tammy, was
that I went in front of the judge. Around 4:30-ish, I want to say.
Okay.
That was granted. At that point, it was faxed over to the police station. I went to the police station with a copy. My sister was with me during that.
At 5:49, Lieutenant Daly, Officer Noonan, and Officer Houston arrived to serve Kelsey the restraining order, including the removal of all firearms from the residence to obtain custody of the baby. For unknown reasons, they made the decision not to bring with them a family services caseworker, mental health clinician, or crisis intervention specialist. And this situation certainly qualifies as a crisis. They are going to take a 4-month-old baby away from his mother.
Yeah, like,
who
I
had
don't
been
understand
suffering
any
from
of this.
postpartum depression, which Justin had warned them about ahead of time. There were at least 3 trained mental health officers on the force, but none of them came on this call.
What? They're trained on the force?
I opened the door and Lieutenant Daly immediately put his foot on my front porch and we didn't just come in, and I was like, okay, all right.
She had absolutely no reason to expect the police. Just hours earlier, Justin told her he wanted to talk and work things out. Their sudden presence would have made no sense to her.
Oh, there's
Patrick
3
Noonan.
jobs there. I thought there were
He
like
is the
2.
officer who will shoot Kelsey with the black gloves he's already wearing. His actions will become the central point of contention in the case. His conduct, his story, and the circumstances under which he uses deadly force all come into question.
So if I have this right, Tammy, her father like owned a security company and had like it was he had redone, like put all these cameras up. Is this right? Yes, her dad owns a security company, and he wired the house. There you go, Skip. Gypsy says, "Love your stream." It's awesome, isn't it? This is the last time she held her baby in her arms. Boy, that's it sucks, man.
With the baby in her arms, Kelsey leads the three men into the living room.
Lieutenant Daly asked me to put Caden down in his car seat. I was in the middle of feeding him, so when I put him down, he was obviously crying, and I was like, whatever this is, I'm gonna hold my son. That's when Lieutenant Daly said, Justin filed a restraining order against you. He said that Caden was on it as well, and...
Did that affect your state of mind?
Yes.
How so?
I knew in that moment I was going to have to hand my 4-month-old to a police officer. As I was packing things, I was like, okay, Justin just broke up with me via restraining order. We have a wedding in 4 months. Caden is not going to be with me for 2 weeks. That's an eternity for a mom, any mom. And everyone was just brushing over the fact that it was 2 weeks. And I was like, 2 weeks without Caden? Like, I just kept, in my mind was just going fast. Like, I can't work overtime because I have a son now. I can't afford my home by myself without overtime. It was just, I lost everything. Even my doggy was on the restraining order. Maverick, my dog Maverick, was on the restraining order. So my son,
your dog or Justin's dog?
He was my dog. So
who's the judge that approved this? Like who signed off on this? That's who.
Saw my baby go, my fiance,
hey Taz,
my dog, my house, and I knew that was going to be my job too. Because whatever I was accused of wasn't good. If at restraining order.
And you didn't have the affidavit?
No.
Only minutes ago, Justin had been granted an emergency abuse prevention order. He alleged that Kelsey had made statements threatening to harm both herself and the baby. But there's absolutely no evidence of this, and she vehemently denies the allegations. It's exactly the kind of claim one makes when they want to ensure a request is approved.
The mother of the child was not married at the time of the child's birth and was not married within 300 days before the birth of the child. The plaintiff signed a voluntary acknowledgement of paternity. It has a copy of that, so that is attached. Therefore, the plaintiff requested the court prohibit the defendant from imposing any restraint to the personal liberty of the plaintiff and or the child, and grant the plaintiff full custody, sole fiscal, and sole legal. You can't do that without a hearing. Oh, look, July 1st, right before Independence Day. Wow. Oh, geez. Hang on a second. These statements would have never been been enough to get a child removed with Department of Children. I'm guessing right, Department, I don't know what the F stands for. DCS, Department of Children's Services, what ours is in Tennessee. But holy cow. That's a whole new story. She was horrible. She was scram device for counseling. Application. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. children and families. All right. Thank you. Yeah, the dog. No, I've never heard that in my life. You're gonna come in and take my dog? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Emily C. Congratulations, you're a Squirrel School Star Student of the Month. Because I talked about you before with the start. I was like, you got me interested in this stuff. It just seems very fitting. Very fitting. Emily, I don't know if I should thank you for getting me involved in this. This is crazy. It still doesn't end up. I'm more confused now, Emily, than I ever have been. More confused than I ever have been. Holy cow.
But right now, it didn't really matter. The order was in motion. Nothing was going to stop it. To Kelsey, this was the most devastating scenario imaginable. This entire ordeal rested.
Wait, hold on a second. Prince of Wales. It is astounding to me that Massachusetts, you can have someone's Second Amendment rights revoked by a fiance's sister's crudely crayon-written complaint with no basis. Right? No hearing. There's no due process. There is no due process in Massachusetts, evidently. There is none. The state that invented it. They're like, what do we need that for? No, you're done for. And Zach prefers no special treatments. So I should probably apologize for getting hooked. No. No, I look forward to it. So holy cow. Oops, hold on, turned off comments on my screen.
Did only on Justin's word. Now there's 3 men with guns in her living room, taking her baby away. Only 3 minutes after they arrive, Lieutenant Daly calls Justin to let him know he should come. What she was experiencing must have felt like a waking nightmare, and it was about to get much worse. Kelsey is anxiously waiting for her mother to return from the pharmacy. She needs the support of a family member. Lieutenant Daly appears to be growing impatient. With temperatures above 90 degrees, the oppressive heat only intensified the tension of the situation. Kelsey appears to be asking him questions about what's happening, and of course he's been trained to deflect, giving as little clarification as possible. Likely saying, none of this is up to him, and he's only there to execute the order. That may be true, but responsibility for the avoidable disaster that was about to unfold falls.
And the dog, for real? I tell y'all. And when you know what's funny is I just had to let Brown Dog out too. Zach, you'd be proud, man. He never mind. I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, man, that's weird, right? Could you imagine somebody trying to take your dog away? Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just got a message I need to look at too. Busy day here. Emily, we really need you here. Hey, I can't talk. Be sure that you're subscribed to Emily C's channel. Thursday, hopefully this week will work out. I'll be hanging out with her. She will be showing me the ropes. I guess that how you say it. trying to teach me. You know what's bad? Y'all know, like, she's never made. She's a complete straight A student, right? And me, I'm embarrassed. I used to never be embarrassed about saying this, but then my wife told me that I should be, and then I've told some people I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't say that. But I always thought anything over a C was a waste of time. I mean, I didn't. I needed a golf cart in college. It'd been a lot easier.
Squarely on his shoulders. This would have been an ideal moment for a family crisis specialist to step in, someone to calm Kelsey, offering reassurance that the order was temporary and that legal avenues existed to contest it. The lieutenant seems to already sense that this is not going well.
I
think he's hungry. He wants a
pack
donut.
a bag for Caden for about 2 weeks.
Officer Houston and Officer Noonan escort Kelsey around the home to pack supplies.
Did you say anything to the officers about the location of your firearms?
Yes, I did.
What did you say?
I told them that they were in the basement.
The fact that there was no point that any of the officers said Justin sounds really unhinged and Kelsey and Caden seem to be doing great. Did they say that? Did they say that? Holy cow. Emily C. claims she was a problem child. That means she once forgot her homework. She probably is like the only person whose dog actually ate her homework. And me, I just went in there and told the truth. I was like, look, I'll tell you honestly, like I got home, I started playing video games and then I got tired. No, they never said that, but Justin was unhinged. Kelsey was. You're absolutely correct. Holy cow! That recording at the beginning of this, she was like, "Please don't fall down the stairs." He sounded like he was going to. A police officer believed a firefighter or fellow officer. The cops I know, they make fun of firefighters. They're like, "Oh man, I wish I was a firefighter." You ever notice that all firefighters seem to have mustaches? But anyway, they just sit around and wait for the bell to ring and work out all day. And cops are like, we're on the streets all day dealing with people.
Was that true?
No,
Why did you tell them that?
because I didn't want them to take them away.
Why not?
Because I wanted to be alone with my firearm and take my life.
When did you make that decision?
I made that decision as I realized I had just lost everything in a 15-second conversation with my coworker.
Emily,
Where were your firearms?
They were upstairs in a green safe
In your bedroom?
in my bedroom.
Kelsey goes upstairs with the two officers to gather clothes for the boy. The second floor of 125 Phillips Brooks Road is a tight space with low vaulted ceilings. On the left side is the baby's room. Directly across the hall is the master bedroom. This is where, in a few minutes from now, Kelsey will be shot in the chest. The officers become aware that someone is arriving. Officer Houston goes downstairs to assist.
Somebody asked me, who is that downstairs? And I said, I have no idea.
Leaving Officer Noonan and Kelsey alone in the master bedroom. Her mother rushes to the house. This will turn out to be the worst day of her life. She walks past the cruisers parked outside as she hustles to the door. And then, immediately confronted with a jarring image, an armed officer standing there with her grandson in his arms. You can...
Now, this is Kelsey's mom? Is that right?
see that she is genuinely perplexed.
Holy cow.
The three officers are out of their depth. What should have been controlled and methodical is quickly turning chaotic. Kelsey's mother is allowed to hold the baby, but only momentarily.
Some noodles. Only momentarily.
Justin and his sister arrive approximately 45 seconds after Kelsey's mother. The police made a critical miscalculation by allowing him inside the house. Officers were there to serve Kelsey with a restraining order on Justin's behalf. Tensions were already high.
Barging in.
But Kelsey doesn't know they're there. Only 90 seconds after they arrive, his sister removes the baby from the home. Justin follows, carrying supplies to his car, but he's not leaving just yet.
Where's the grandmother? This is how the what's that guy down in Venezuela? This is how the special forces went in and got
Justin
him.
returns. He requests to enter the home to retrieve more items. The officer grants permission and allows him in. He proceeds to the basement, where most of his property is stored. At this time, what Kelsey states happened is that she was folding clothes in her bedroom. She asked Officer Noonan to carry belongings downstairs for her. She wanted to be alone in her room.
What was your state of mind about whether or not you wanted to involve any police officers in that?
I didn't want to involve anybody. I was trying to get everybody away from me.
When you went to go get that firearm, was there anyone in your view in that landing?
No. I grabbed the gun, took 2 steps backwards, but I put the gun up to my head.
Oh, gosh.
When Noonan appears again, she's already holding it to the side.
By the way, guys, suicide is never the answer. If you're having thoughts or anything like that, please contact somebody, anybody. The suicide is it's not the answer, okay? And I'm very much like I'm against assisted. I'm against personal. I'm against it, man. Life is very precious. All right. Your worst day alive, I assure you, is better than 1 minute not being alive.
Of her head, she pulls the trigger, but the gun only clicks.
That was not a Glock, by the way. That was a Beretta 92.
Noonan draws. He panics. Then he shouts.
Kelsey, no! Kelsey, no!
He fires 1 round and misses what should have been an easy point-blank shot. Then fires a 2nd round, hitting Kelsey in the center right side of her chest.
Oh, that's graphic. Oh gosh.
Can you tell us what you heard?
It was Kelsey, no, bang, bang.
Oh, that's the video everybody's been playing? Oh my gosh. Oh, I had no idea. Like I kept seeing like people saying this is the funniest thing ever on X. And they would show that clip and just playing over. But that was when. Oh, holy cow. Well, why weren't any of them? Did any of them testify?
Dispatch, 998. 1 person down, GSW to the chest. We need a 1052 code 3. Shots fired. Copy unit 4. 998 at 125 Phillips Brooks.
Well, it's not looking good. Get an ambulance here now.
Man, holy cow. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Holy moly. Does this see weasel strains? I like that. Thank you for making me laugh. Holy crow. Crow? Crow? I can't even talk. Oh my gosh. Oh, the mom's going in and out. How long did it take EMS to get there? Oh my gosh, you're right. It took them 7 minutes to get there? Strange, you know more than anybody. I think Mitchell's a couple minutes behind. I just realized that. Oh my gosh, Microdots is an amazing job. They're so close to 100,000. Dude, holy cow. I don't want to be here. How do I get rid of me? How do I move? I want to move. Who's this guy? Oh, there's an ambulance. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just got cold chills. And then they flew her. They had to fly her to Boston. I don't know how far that is or anything. But and she said that they cut off the oxygen in the helicopter. It's so weird. What?
Stay with us, Kelsey.
Firefighters at the house 3 days later? Oh, no way. It was a dude? Oh, no way. Next door. Holy cow. Holy cow. Sorry to make your butt out. These people are ripping off the government. What they're doing. It's organized crime. Except the organized crime's the
Officer Noonan watches as they wheel Kelsey away. He's just discharged his weapon twice, at close range. Once into her air conditioner, and once into her chest. Although the shooting has
I've
stopped,
not seen that.
he is
I've not
still
seen that.
firmly in the grip of fight or flight.
Hold on.
We can presume his bloodstream is flooded with adrenaline and once into her chest.
Stop. Pause. Okay, good. So, is this real? This isn't microdots? Because if this is real, holy cow. So where was she? Because I remember there was, okay, it's real things, common sense. So there was a thing about what side of the bed she was on. And I can't remember now why that was a thing. This is why y'all listen, Thursday is gonna be awesome with Emily. I don't know if she wants to cover this or I know she was covering Sandra Birchmore. There, I remembered earlier. Wait, hang on. I'm just the way Noonan looks at the daily. Oh gosh. Oh. What did the poor AC do? Well, he's a heavy set man. It was 90 degrees that day. Holy moly. So this is like, so you're hoping he's aiming towards her, right? No, I mean, that sounds horrible. Let me take that back. To fit his narrative, this line should be going towards Kelsey. Were you explaining about air conditioning? So yeah, Jess, that was one of the things that Baker and I were talking about. I was like, "Where's the blood here?" By the way, the only thing I could think of was that this rug here on the left. Let me see. Let me show you guys. See if you can see my cursor. This right here. But why would they throw that over the top of? Is this blood back here? No, because that wall's wet. That's water damage right there. Yeah, I've not seen this image. This really got me.
Although the shooting has stopped, he is still firmly in the grip of fight or flight. We can presume his bloodstream is flooded with adrenaline. His pulse remains elevated, racing somewhere between 115 to 145 beats per minute. The physical effects are matched by intense psychological shock. The brain replays the moment he squeezed the trigger again and again in brutal clarity. The movement, the sound of the gun, the absolute silence that followed. Every detail loops as the weight of what's just happened comes crashing down. Officer Noonan begins to confront the fact that in all likelihood she will not survive. Soon, investigators will begin asking very serious questions, and he'd better have the right answers. There's no room for ambiguity over his use of force. Lieutenant Daly appears from inside the home. Even without hearing their words, we feel the tone of what's being said. They know this is bad. Daly shrugs his shoulders, but he shouldn't be surprised. Every step of the way, they made mistakes. Instead of executing the restraining order, somehow they've executed one of their own officers. What they say and do next will determine just how bad this blows back at them.
I have to stop. I can't figure out a thought. I can't figure out. Looking at Noonan, I can't figure out what he's thinking. Yeah, I wish there was audio too. That's what I was thinking. I was like, man, I
We're going to take you to the scene earlier tonight and tell you what we do, in fact, know. A North Andover police officer showed up at this home on Phillipsbrook Road at 6:30 this evening to serve a court order, and somehow there was an armed confrontation leading to the officer firing a gun. The person inside the home was taken to the hospital, as we mentioned, with serious injuries. There was a heavy police presence around the home for a few hours. Now that home is situated right next to a school parking lot, and police asked that we stay in the staging area at least up until the last few minutes. And again, a very active investigation. The Essex County District Attorney and the Massachusetts State Police Unit assigned to this case are investigating. A lot of details to unfold, but again, this shooting did involve an off-duty North Andover police officer and an on-duty North Andover.
Look, I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't do this, but she's got an awful lot of eye makeup on. Like, I just couldn't. I was like, that's a lot. Like, look at those lashes. You can feel the air move when she blinks.
Police officer.
Nothing bad. I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Officer Houston claims he went downstairs when Justin arrived, leaving Noonan and Kelsey alone in the bedroom. He stated that Kelsey was kneeling, folding laundry to pack for the baby. And while he was standing in the doorway, from a kneeling position, she suddenly lunged toward an area behind the door, then reappearing with a pistol pointed at his face.
Hey, Squad Bob.
He said she pulled the trigger.
Hey, Beth.
But no round was fired. She began to stand up. He pulled his firearm out of its holster, claiming that Kelsey was trying to rack the weapon to chamber a round. He shouts several commands to Kelsey.
Drop the gun! Don't do it!
Now he knew for sure she was trying to kill him. He fires one round, but she did not comply. Fearing for his life,
she did not comply, that's for sure.
He fires again.
Okay, let's play fantasy here, okay? Let's clear our minds. Let's do an exercise. What if that's a bad place to stop that. Sorry. Okay, what if, because I'm going to go to, what I'm going to talk about is the dreaded suicide by cop. Okay. What if Kelsey at this moment did point her gun at Officer Noonan? He had every right to fire. It's self-defense, right? Not saying that's what happened. Not saying that's what happened at all. But there's something, if Kelsey is contemplating self-deletion, right? The YouTube words, then she's in a bad place. She's in a bad place. So if she did, she's, like, hey, we've seen this before. This has happened before. And Officer Noonan, it's a justified shooting, everything. Okay, let's say if that were the case, none of that would matter. The facts that lead up to why the police officers were in her house, that's where everything for me is centered on. The who shot first, who shot who did what. Kelsey, I mean, honestly, Kelsey should not have had a gun in her hand. She should not be attempting to end herself. That is not an appropriate thing. And if she had succeeded, she still would have been shot. So, but at least now she's alive. Hopefully this is something hopefully she appreciates that, right? What happened in the room is shocking, but it's also, well, no, it doesn't matter, honestly. What matters is this Justin guy. How the heck? What's he doing? Who's the judge, man? Who is approving of taking a child from one parent, giving it to the other. Who, like, by the way, Massachusetts is the only place I've ever heard of where you have rights like this and you're not married. Oh, sorry. Real quick. Kelsey says that she did not want suicide by cop. That's why she kept sending the cops out of the room. She don't want any cop involvement. Even if she did, right? Why are the police involved? Why are the police here? That's the thing that gets me. It's so crazy. It's so there's a fundamental the foundation is not solid for why the police here. If there were the only reason why the police should be there is to support her and give her all the help that she needs. Hang on a second. Noonan did not want to hold her baby when she tried to have him hold him too. He tried to be distant from her the entire time. Oh, that was there. Okay. Okay. Oh, and that's why on the stand she did say that. Yeah, the judge way overstepped. The judge is who is to blame for this. I mean, I'm sorry. It's in the words. In the word judge. You're supposed to judge. You're supposed to be fair. You're supposed to be balanced. You're supposed to have this the equal the scales of liberty, right? They're supposed to be balanced. The cops should took the guns out of the house before anything was done. Also, Liza Justin said, yeah, yeah. That's another thing. Well, hold on, wait a second. Whoa, wait. We've already forgotten what we said at the beginning. There was 3 people on duty that had training, psychological training or whatever. Microdot said none of them were there. Child Protective Services were not there. Why? Is this normal? Is this normal operating procedure? I think the judge in the Kelsey trial said it best in his reasoning. Said, look, if you'd have had body cams, we wouldn't be here. So
now this is a much more neat and tidy version of events. Instead of attempting to take her own life, she was dead set on killing Noonan. This young mother, who was recovering from depression, decided for no apparent reason to lunge for a gun.
I love the words Microdots just used. She was dead set on killing Noonan. I didn't think of it like that. So what's happening now? Does the whole police department think that she's going to come out guns a-blazing? She's going to shoot him. She's going to go downstairs. She's going to shoot 2 more cops. She's going to get her baby back and then run off to New Hampshire. And
and shoot her fellow officer, whom she actually liked, at point-blank range, intent on a shootout, a blaze of glory. The same woman who was calm and holding her baby just 11 minutes ago, all of a sudden transforms into a stone-cold killer.
She developed some sort of a homicidal animus towards you for what Justin Elaine just did to her, right?
I don't think it was, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know Justin was in the house. I think I was standing in her way for her to get downstairs and kill Justin.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I didn't catch this part of the testimony. So that's what this guy thinks after all this time, that he was, it was a guns a-blazing. She's going to go down there. She's going to kill that SOB that knocked her up. This is insane. Yes. All right, sir. Hang on. I'm trying to see if there's anything I missed. Hey, Island, how you doing? It was so insane. Who you call a liar? If he didn't know, how did she know? I didn't even think about that. That's his own words. He didn't know he was in the house, but I think she wanted to go down there and off him. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. Holy cow. Was there really? Oh. If Noonan didn't know Justin was in the house, how would Kelsey have known? It's crazy. Holy cow. You go, girl. Who's the other blonde right here? Closest.
The idea that Kelsey would do this is completely absurd, adding in the fact that she believed her own mother and infant were downstairs, and she didn't even know Justin was there. But that is the implication of their unbelievable narrative. That Officer Kelsey Fitz Simmons is capable of mass murder, suggesting she would simply kill everyone, her fiancé, her mother, her baby, and 3 cops she worked with. It just doesn't make sense, and none of it is consistent with postpartum. But let's put that aside and indulge this theory.
Thank you.
Why in the world would Kelsey need to lunge for the gun when she was free to simply take a few steps and pick it up? Noonan wasn't expecting anything because he didn't know it was there. Making a sudden aggressive move would eliminate the element of surprise. It sounds like a detail that was added to explain how she was able to get him at gunpoint. Something investigators would want to know. But it just doesn't fit the situation. Neither scenario would have required for Kelsey to lunge. There's also the issue with his statement that she lunged to an area behind the door. The problem is, there's never been a door in the master bedroom. We can say this for sure, because Kelsey's father removed it when he renovated the home. The truth is, there's no reason to believe Kelsey was a danger to anyone herself. Is it not far more plausible that after losing everything, she simply wanted to end her own life? Kelsey would later respond to the allegations. In a letter released by her attorney, Tim Bradle, she states, "I never pointed my firearm at the officer. That officer was not just a colleague, he was my friend. That officer and I experienced a very difficult and sad call for service together last summer. That call for service that day was a true tragedy and caused this officer and I to build a friendship due to experiencing it together. We entered the home and walked into something no human being should ever see, a murder scene with a mother and her infant. As a rookie police officer, this was devastating to me. At the time, I was 20 weeks pregnant. The officer that shot me experienced this call with me. To this day, his support during that hard time is something I am still grateful for, regardless of this recent incident that occurred. This traumatic murder call was the catalyst for my mental health complications. As a police officer myself, I would never even think to intentionally hurt another police officer. I see everyone in uniform as my brothers and sisters. I especially would never hurt my friend who has a loving wife and children. I just would never. My firearm was never pointed in any direction other than my temple. When I pulled the trigger, my gun did not fire. However, I immediately got shot in chest by my colleague and friend. I am extremely grateful for 2 things. That God protected me from my attempt of taking my own life, and protected me by millimeters from dying from that gunshot wound to my chest. I will survive and thrive. I know I need to be on this earth for many reasons, but most importantly, my beautiful son. This is my covenant with God and my son. The call Kelsey and Noonan had previously responded to together was truly something that no person should ever see. An unimaginably gruesome scene. In the news report footage, we see them outside the home where it took place. They bonded over the trauma they experienced.
We were on the same shift for a brief time. On one of our shifts, there was
What's Noonan's
a really
problem
horrible
then?
call.
So we'll get to that, but just generally in terms of your relationship.
That's just like how our relationship kind of even started. That's why I brought it up. That's how we became like texting each other and kind of more than just like, you're just my coworker and I never talked to you, to we've had conversations and talked about personal things.
So I don't believe for a second that Kelsey pointed her weapon at him, nor pulled the trigger. What makes more sense is that he was caught off guard, panicked, and took the only action available to him in the moment.
Kelsey!
to prevent her from harming herself. The problem is, he could never admit that, especially when it was unclear if she would leave the hospital alive, because doing so would place 100% of the liability on himself and the department. He is well aware that shooting people in an effort to prevent them from hurting themselves is not in the handbook.
Last evening, shortly after 6 p.m., 3 North Andover police officers went to 125 Phillips Brook Road. The purpose of going there was to serve a court-approved restraining order. The subject of the restraining order was 28-year-old Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Ms. Fitzsimmons was an off-duty North Andover police officer. 3 North Andover police officers were on the scene, one of whom was a supervisor. When one of the officers was escorting Ms. Fitzsimmons during the service of the court order, an armed confrontation took place. One of the responding officers discharged their weapon, which struck Ms. Fitzsimmons once. She was immediately given medical care. She was med-flighted to a Boston hospital, and as of this morning, we're told she is in stable condition.
Am I the only one that thinks this guy's trying to look like Christopher Walken? It's Christopher Walken, ladies and gentlemen. Emily sees here somebody explaining that Christopher Walken's an actor in movies. The projection films. You know.
Body camera footage, what happened?
We're actually looking to see what camera footage is available. I have not seen any, and I don't have any reports on any.
Do North Andover police officers typically have body cameras?
No, the North Andover Police Department does not use body cameras at this time.
Oh, that was quick and to the point.
I'm not comfortable speaking on that at this time.
Chief, she was on a member of the department. Did she know the officers who were coming to her home?
They shouldn't have a white background.
Did everyone know each other?
I would assume so, yes.
We've already met this morning. As of right now, I can't tell you what those charges will be, except to say that our senior trial team will be working with the detectives, and to the extent that charges will come forward, they will fit what took place here.
Justin?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm told that the plan is if anybody does show up to give us a call, we'll be there immediately. We're very limited today on staff, but if there's any issue at all, we'll be there momentarily.
All right, I'm going to have it noted that if something does happen, I requested 2 times for a police officer to be there from the beginning. I want that noted because I will escalate this further because this is not right from given the situation that occurred in that house and the potential for something else to happen. My family should have never been in that position in the first place. Now I'm requesting something that is shit that should be placed there, and you're telling me no,
he's the victim.
That right there is not right.
Justin, it's Katie. We spoke yesterday.
We did speak yesterday. We did speak yesterday. Given the
he's the
nature
victim.
Of this situation,
Oh, poor
what could
Justin.
occur, I'm gonna be here for 2 to 3 hours. I know what her father's capable of. I know what could happen.
But
Pressure media are there. I'm just telling you.
I understand the stressful situation, but what we spoke to yesterday was that we weren't going to prevent you from going in the house, but if something happened, you could call us right away and we'd be there. That was what we spoke.
Okay, no, we did speak about that, and after thinking about it again, I wanted to make my concerns noted 2 times. So if something does happen, if something does occur, this will be noted, and I have no problem escalating it further. I appreciate your time. Thank you, and have a good day.
What time are you heading over there?
I will be there at 9:30 with 5 or 6 other men. It's going to take a couple hours.
All right. Well, that's there was no formal request at a certain time, Justin. I understand.
I understand that. I went through Crystal as well. I asked Crystal. Crystal said she would ask as well. That never coming back to me. This is a formal request. I called yesterday. You gave me this information. I'm calling again this morning, and I'm telling you that. You guys do last-minute details every single day. This is a last-minute detail. Yesterday would have been a detail that was not last-minute.
Would you like a detail?
What?
I am not paying for a detail.
Okay, all right,
my family should have never been in that situation. My child and myself should have never happened.
I will absolutely escalate whatever I have to do. If I'm saying that I don't feel comfortable and I don't want to put my brother again,
he's
my
the
friend into a
victim.
situation where something could
Oh,
occur.
the poor
Like
kid.
if you knew what happened, I don't know what her family would be capable of at this point. They've already filed negligence against me as
I'm
the
a
father,
fireman,
and there
dude, but
has
I'm a
been
little
nothing.
baby.
I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they would be capable of. But if you want to wait and find out, that is on you. And I am glad this is a recorded line.
Okay.
So I will be there at 9:30. If you do not have someone there, all of my concerns have been noted. Thank you for your time and goodbye.
Thank you for your time and goodbye. That's going to be the...
While Kelsey was critically injured in the hospital fighting for her life, Justin and 3 friends broke into her home.
Oh, I don't want to be over here. I gotta move. Quick.
And if this man with the cap looks familiar to you, there's a very good reason for that. He was one of the North Andover firemen who responded to the shooting just a few days earlier. First, he helped save her life. Now he was back to help remove property from her home. Their first order of business was to destroy the surveillance system, causing thousands of dollars in damage. According to defense allegations, they tore the modem out of its wiring. They stole cash, gift cards, Kelsey's passport, her laptop, and valuables.
Why'd they take her passport?
Yeah, so you said that you were over on Phyllis Brooks gathering some belongings?
Yep. Grabbed my belongings. The alarm did go off. They had changed the locks. The alarm did go off. Her dad has he set the full system up. He has everything. He's going to know the alarms went off, and I have no doubt in my mind he's going to be driving down from New Hampshire to show up here.
Okay. Whereabouts from New Hampshire would he be coming from?
He's up in the not the Rochester. I forget exactly what town he's in. He's probably about 40 minutes away, 30 minutes away. I don't know if he's coming, but I have no doubt in my mind that man is going to come down with a vengeance.
Okay. I mean, do you think that
I called 2 times. My family should have never been in this position. I called 2 times, once yesterday, once today. And I'm asking for a detail down here for 2 hours. If that's something that you guys cannot do, I will gladly escalate the situation. This is ridiculous.
I will escalate the situation. I will escalate the situation.
I will go to the media. I will do whatever I have to do to ensure my family's safety, my brother's safety here, and 2 firefighters that are here. If his family comes down, they are absolutely going to be doing something.
The insecurity.
There's no resources for this. It's insane.
If you need a detail, I can put a detail out.
I will not be paying for a detail.
Oh, there we go. We're back to I need a detail, but I will not be paying for it.
Please bring it to someone, because I am not paying a cent for this. This is ridiculous. Given the
how's it my problem, dude? Is what I'd say to him.
You not providing a detail and having it your guys' idea is unbelievable.
We can provide a detail, but you're going to be charged for it.
I will not be charged for that.
I will not be charged for it.
You know what? I am glad this is the 3rd time this is happening, because when something does happen at this location, it is going to be all on that department. Once again, this is unbelievable.
Justin, when he gets there, just call us and we'll send an officer over there to keep the peace.
That's not how it's going to go down, but thank you for your time.
Elton John sounds more manly than this guy.
To confront Justin.
How
Once
did he
again,
have
the
a
pattern
kid?
persisted. Fear and paranoia overrode all logic and reason. Then, Justin brought her laptop to his parents' residence in Stowe, Massachusetts, where it connected to his family's Wi-Fi network. He accessed her Facebook and Gmail accounts, gained entry to her bank accounts. He withdrew approximately $5,000. He accessed her medical records. He accessed her beneficiary information. He cancelled her travel reservations and then redirected funds to his own account. He returned the laptop to her home at some point during Kelsey's 53-day hospitalization, which means he made a second unlawful entry, likely once he realized Kelsey was not going to die.
Oh. Did he return her passport?
Breaking news here at the Live Alert Desk. A North Andover police officer issuing a lengthy statement from her hospital bed this afternoon after being shot by a colleague she is accused of trying to kill. Officer Kelsey Fitz Simmons is facing one charge of assault to murder. Prosecutors say she pointed a gun at an officer after she was served a restraining order on June 30th. In her first statement today, she says she was suffering postpartum depression weeks after giving birth. She says when police arrived to take her infant son, she became distraught and pulled a gun, intending only, she says, to take her own life. Part of her statement this afternoon reads, "My firearm was never pointed in any direction other than my temple. When I pulled the trigger, my gun did not fire. However, I immediately got shot in my chest by my colleague and friend." She goes on to say, the narrative that has been released by the North Andover Police Department is vague and non-committal for a reason. If body cameras were worn, I would not be in a position where I am wrongly accused. The Essex County District Attorney tells Boston 25 this afternoon the facts that support the charges against her will be shared in public at her arraignment. But when that will happen isn't clear. Her attorney said earlier this week Fitzsimmons remains hospitalized in grave condition.
The state's Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission also decertified Fitzsimmons on Monday.
Oh.
On August 7th, the Massachusetts State Police placed Kelsey under arrest.
Oh, they have body cams now? They have body cams now. You're kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. This is... No! What
Hi, Kelsey.
clown school this is?
My name's David.
Holy
I'm from Mass State
cow.
Police. I'm a sergeant with the DA's office. This is Keys.
By the way, I'm really surprised somebody hasn't been screaming HIPAA about this. That's not how HIPAA works. But still.
Just so you know, I have a body cam on. So unfortunately,
When
the
did you
police
get the
were under
body
arrest today.
cam, buckaroo?
We're gonna call your attorney so he knows. And then we're gonna try to get you.
Oh, this is the
arraigned
state
via
police.
As soon as possible.
Thank you.
All right. I'm sorry, this is kind of a shock, but
Sorry.
What about the chest tubes?
something's gonna
not
change.
going anywhere.
Yeah, you're staying here. You're gonna get rained from your bed. All right. Either we're gonna do it from my laptop. I don't know. The tin might come down here. Might do it with my cell phone, but all right.
Kelsey was arraigned from her hospital bed via phone. She was held on dangerousness and ordered to go to jail as soon as she was well enough.
What?
We don't believe that Kelsey pointed her gun at anyone except herself.
Our real goal is to make sure that she is heard, that the truth comes out about what really happened here, and our client is innocent.
On August 15th, the defense's bail petition was heard in Essex Superior Court. Kelsey was once again arraigned from her hospital bed. Judge McCarthy Naiman left her civil session to preside over Kelsey's bail hearing. This was highly unusual and suggested she was taking an unhealthy interest in the case. Unsurprisingly, she denied bail, and her...
What? Okay, hold on. Is this the judge that did the restraining order? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Sorry, hang on.
Conduct behind the bench would become more and more bizarre. August 25th. The Essex County DA sought a high-stakes indictment for armed assault with intent to murder, which carried a potential 20-year sentence. But the grand jury rejected that theory, returning a no-true bill after finding insufficient proof of an intent to kill. Instead, they indicted Kelsey on the much lesser charge of assault by means of a dangerous weapon. Which means they were utterly unconvinced by Officer Noonan's story.
Okay, so what did this judge do that everybody hates her? I don't know. Is it because of the bail thing? Arraignments are done at the bedside as soon as the defendant is cognizant at the time. What happened to Kelsey is not out of the norm. No, I didn't think it was. It's just You know what? That's the first one I've ever seen. That is the first one I've ever seen. Hospital bed like that. I'll find out soon. Okay. A ham sandwich? You know what? I had those potato skins, and I'm kind of hungry right now. Might be why I'm, yeah.
Decision dismantled the state's attempted murder narrative, shifting the case's focus toward a mental health crisis. By failing to secure the top charge, the prosecution saw the maximum potential prison time plummet from decades to just 5 years. On August 28th, the judge found her dangerous, but allowed release under house arrest and scram alcohol testing. And on August 29th, after 2 long months, major surgery, and weeks recovering from a collapsed lung, Kelsey was finally released from the hospital. But she was not allowed to go directly home. Instead, she was taken into law enforcement custody and held at the Western Massachusetts Regional Women's Correctional Center in Chicopee while she awaited formal release on bail. After 3 days, she left jail under the supervision of her mother. But she quickly discovered there was a problem. The defense filed a medical notice, stating that due to her chest wounds, she could not physically breathe deeply enough to trigger the scram device. She desperately wanted to comply with the order, but physically could not. And on September 11th, Judge McCarthy Naiman heard the defense on Kelsey's breathing issue. Her conduct at this hearing would shock the public and draw far more attention to the case.
So I received a defendant's emergency motion for immediate release from the scram order. So I'll hear from the moving party.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Judge, this is an issue that causes Ms. Fitzsimmons a lot of pain. And I don't want to conflate her being able to pass the test because she's been passing them, but she has about 4 hours of pain and dizziness afterwards. And you know, I don't think anyone, and I know the court would share my thought that this shouldn't be a torture device for her. This shouldn't be something that causes her pain, impairs her rib healing, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, we're not trying to get any sort of advantage over anything. We just want her to not, A, to not be in pain for hours after these tests, and B, you know, we just want her to not have the anxiety that if she has a difficulty doing it, that she's going to get a knock on the door and get locked up. You have Mr. January's email regarding his own observations about what happened.
Mr. January is Kelsey's probation officer who witnessed her struggling in pain to take the test. The defense submitted an email from him acknowledging the issue, and he is present in the courtroom for this hearing.
And, you know, I think that says it all. That's someone that has no bias or interest in, you know, probation forces court orders, and that's that. And he is telling the court this is a problem.
Okay, so you're asking the court to adjust the court's order that's been in effect for 3 days with no medical evidence to support your claim that she cannot do it.
Well, I think you have 2 affidavits and the email from probation. I think that's pretty persuasive evidence that this is extremely difficult.
The email from probation is not evidence. If you have any evidence, now is your opportunity to submit it.
I don't understand the court's position. That's not evidence.
Okay, it's an email. It's hearsay. Commonwealth, do you have a position as to the submissions of an email as evidence in this hearing to relieve the defendant, Ms. Fitzsimmons, of a condition that's been in effect for 3 days?
I don't want to put anybody on the spot, but we have the person who sent that email here.
Okay. So you have a burden, it's your motion. What do you want to do?
Well, Judge, I don't think that is the court saying that papers and emails and affidavits are not sufficient?
This is an email from a probation officer. The court gives that 0 weight.
The judge's determination that the email was not evidence would later become a central factor in her removal from the case. You can hear in attorney Tim Bradle's response that he's caught off guard by this.
Well, then you have an affidavit from Ms. Fitzsimmons and you have an affidavit from her mother of the physical observations of what happens. You know, I think it's self-evident and it's common knowledge that if you have broken ribs, that it's hard to breathe.
What evidence do I have that she has current broken ribs and that she's suffering from broken ribs at this time?
Well, you have an affidavit from her mother. You have an affidavit from Ms. Fitzsimmons And the other day we were here, I submitted the, I believe I submitted the instructions from Mass General about broken ribs.
Okay.
You know, she's having great difficulty here. It's been observed by probation. It's been attested to by her mother, and it's been attested to by Ms. Fitzsimmons. So it's just a very difficult scenario for her.
The defense's request is not reasonable, yet the judge appears personally invested in making Kelsey's situation more difficult. The probation officer speaks next about his observations.
She answered the alert to take.
Now, this is the probation officer that sent the email?
The test as scheduled. Unfortunately, she was unable to complete the test because she was unable to blow as long or as hard as needed to complete the test. So we also know that, and I observed it firsthand, that whatever the injuries are, which I don't know, actually doesn't really matter to me, but when I was doing the installation process and observed what was genuine pain, like genuine pain. So
any objection to any of the terms used by the probation officer? Okay.
So
what?
McCarthy Neyman invites the prosecutor to object, but he doesn't. Not even the man whose job it is to convict Kelsey appears as biased against her as this judge.
And she ultimately passes the test. That's compliance. If she had missed the test, and then that would determine whether or not there's actual non-compliance. This particular case, I don't deem non-compliance because she's complying with the scheduled program. I'm aware of pain based on my observations from the installation process. So as long as she's attempting to take the test, continues to attempt to take the test, and then ultimately takes the test, that's not non-compliance. That's someone that's,
well, that's your
me.
That's your position. That's non-compliant.
Well,
it's really up to the court to decide whether somebody's compliant or not with conditions of release.
It would never be brought to court by way of a pretrial violation for an incomplete test with the information that I've talked about. So no, an incomplete test does not initiate a pretrial violation or from our end, right? Because there are many reasons for a test to be incomplete. That's not intentional non-compliance. And the goal is to test to ensure that the person's sober, and that's not we don't deem that non-compliance. That we never have, and we never would in this case.
Mr. January deserves recognition here. Public trust in Massachusetts courts has been eroded by egregious conduct, like what we see from McCarthy Neyman.
Yeah.
Voters are sick and tired of the corruption. So when a probation officer simply states the truth, it stands out. But now she's angry at him too, which will become evident in just a moment.
Attorney Bradle, do you have anything else to submit?
Judge, I would just offer, I respect and I heard your Honor's take on the probation email, but for the record, I would move that into evidence as well. And I just want to also...
Commonwealth, do you have a position as to the admission of the email?
Well, I think we just heard with the email.
All right, so the email's excluded. Anything else, Attorney Bradle?
No, my objection, Your Honor.
Sure.
Judge, I just want to clarify something. My email, and I know but it's important that the court knows I didn't make a recommendation that the scram condition be vacated. I never did that. I never suggested, it's all that email was.
Attorney, Officer January, nobody's asking you questions. Your testimony is complete. Are you asking to make a statement to the court?
If the court's under the belief that I recommended that condition be vacated or removed, then yeah.
I haven't said anything one way or the other, sir. We're here for one purpose and one purpose only, and that's for the motion to vacate the scram device. So Ms. Fitzsimmons is able to do the scram. Is that correct? Or is she not able to do it? I don't know. Is she not able to do it?
I think, that depends on whether the court is willing to tolerate that the material represented in the
court is not tolerating anything. Okay, let's be clear. I'm not tolerating anything. The court is not tolerating anything. Ms. Fitzsimmons is a defendant. In lieu of incarceration, my order was that she submit to Scram. If she cannot do that, I need to know that. Can she do that or not?
Didn't she?
She can do it.
Okay.
Under the terms that are laid out in the affidavit.
So you're saying she can do it on her own terms?
With significant pain and dizziness and having to recover for several hours.
I understand what you're saying. It is certainly not the court's intention. It's not the court's position to have Ms. Fitzsimmons in any pain at all. So I appreciate your argument. Do you have anything else to add?
I would suggest, Judge, that I think there's other ways to do this. If the court wishes to have her tested for alcohol compliance, lack of alcohol, that's completely fine with the defense. But just the means that's being employed is kind of a torture device for her.
Okay.
And so we object on due process grounds to that.
Oh, okay.
But
it is not this court's intention
I understand
to torture Ms. Fitzsimmons at all. The court's goal is to make sure the community is safe and Officer Noonan is safe. So I hear you loud and clear that the defense views Ms. Fitzsimmons having to do the Scram as cruel and unusual and torture. Is that your position?
Well, that's an Eighth Amendment position. I suppose that can be put in there as well. But Judge, I think that,
that wasn't put in.
There's probably other alternatives that she could do.
Okay, so I like how you said that's an Eighth Amendment position. I guess that could be put in there as well. But the judge, like, right? There's nothing in the evidence that says about her having broken ribs. And the judge is like, and email's not evidence. So for an attorney said, well, I mean, that's an Eighth Amendment issue. I mean, I guess you put that in there as well, but this is, you don't go into these type of hearings and have hostility from, again, a judge. They're not supposed to act that way.
That I believe are out there. But I know that might step on the court's other order for house arrest, that you would have to go to a facility. I know there's like urine tests and other things like that. So I know there's other possibilities out there that, again, she's not trying to use this to create a situation where she can go drink alcohol.
Okay.
That's not at all what this is about. So I just want to ask
she wants to go
the court
party, I'm sure.
Consider any other alternatives that might not pose this type of an issue.
Okay.
Thank you.
Attorney Gubitosi or Attorney Moriarty, do you have anything to add?
No.
Okay, I'm going to leave the bench for a few minutes. I'll be right back.
The judge leaves momentarily to consider the request.
Court, all right.
Kelsey is probably taking narcotics, prescription narcotics,
Okay, good
which is
afternoon,
totally
everybody. So I
legal.
have reviewed everything again that's been submitted to me. And I will state for the record that Fitzsimmons has moved twice in a 3-day period to amend her conditions of release. Just days ago, the court concluded that the condition of remaining alcohol-free and submitting to Scram monitoring was necessary to ensure the safety of the community. After a thorough review of all of the arguments and submissions by the Commonwealth and Fitzsimmons, that conclusion remains unchanged, regardless of Fitzsimmons' claimed physical limitations. Based on an affidavit submitted by Fitzsimmons' mother, the testimony of Assistant Chief Probation Officer Jeff January about his observations of Fitzsimmons' apparent pain during the Scram installation, and the representations of Fitzsimmons' counsel that it would be cruel and unusual punishment and torture to continue to require Fitzsimmons to comply with the condition of being monitored by Scram. The court concludes that Fitzsimmons cannot abide by the condition of being monitored by Scram. Without this condition, which ensures that she does not consume any alcohol, the court cannot assure the safety of and all other persons in the community. Accordingly, the court's prior order of release is vacated, and Fitzsimmons is ordered to be held without bail pursuant to Mass General Laws, Chapter 276, Section 58A. And a written order will follow.
May I address the court?
That's the court's order. Thank you.
All right, Jack. I ask you to stay your order pending the SJC. And there are other alternatives Your Honor can accomplish.
Kelsey was ordered back to jail. The next day, Judge McCarthy Naiman filed a formal complaint against the probation officer, accusing him of colluding with the defense to manipulate the court.
No way!
The defense cited this as proof that she wasn't just making a legal ruling, but was actively working against the defendant. In an urgent appeal to the Supreme Judicial Court, the defense argued that Judge McCarthy Naiman had overstepped by forcing a breath-based monitoring condition on a defendant with a documented collapsed lung. The motion for recusal went further, alleging the judge had abandoned her neutrality by conducting an undisclosed private investigation into Fitzsimmons just 24 hours before the hearing.
Oh, did she?
She had apparently walked down to the probation department all on her own and asked questions about Kelsey. A serious violation of the Code of Judicial Ethics. The defense characterized her dismissal of the probation officer's observations as deliberate suppression of evidence to justify an impossible bail condition. Instead of dealing with the issue directly, the SJC rendered it moot, stating that Judge McCarthy Naiman was no longer scheduled to hear Kelsey's case. This gave her an easy out, without having to address any of the troubling questions posed by the defense. Like, what is her relation to Officer Patrick McCarthy Noonan? Why did she repeatedly leave civil session to hear Kelsey's case? And why didn't she disclose her ex parte meeting in the probation office? Regardless,
judges.
It was clear to the public what had just happened. The Superior Court judge had just done Judge McCarthy Naiman a very big favor. But at least Kelsey was released from jail, so she could begin preparing for her upcoming trial, due to start about 1 month later.
Oh my gosh. I don't even understand this. I'm so confused now.
On March 26th, after a 4-day trial, Kelsey Fitzsimmons was found not guilty. Judge Jeffrey Karp determined that the Commonwealth failed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Kelsey ever pointed her firearm at Officer Noonan, and stated that if police departments implemented body cameras, this entire ordeal could have been avoided. If you would like to support Kelsey, the link can be found in the description.
Microdots. Holy cow.
Thank you for watching.
That is...
Please...
Wow. First of all, man, y'all, please go subscribe to Microdots if you aren't already. Tell them what a great job they do. And for once, we're all confused. Right, Zach? I told... I can't guess. Holy cow. That was fair. Yeah, it was smart to do a bench trial. Holy cow. Holy moly. Guys, that was a lot. That was a lot to take in. Whew. What do you guys think? What's next for Kelsey? Is her story over? Will she get a book? Will she write a book? Is there, like, what's up with Justin? Has anybody ever addressed his drug abuse? Don't they have to take drug tests to be firemen? What about the guy that went into the house with him? Wait, is there anything ever been brought up on that? Because that's not Justin House. He shouldn't have been there at all. Well, I just realized that he shouldn't have been there at all. The police were helping him breaking and entering. Hello, 911. Yeah, hey, listen, I want to go over to this dude's house. And I want some police detail. I want police detail, but I'm not paying for that police detail. Sir, why are you going over to this house? Well, I'm going to go in there and rob some stuff. I'm going to take do stuff like that. I need some money. Buy me some A1 plus Colombian marching powder. Yeah, because I'm a fireman. I need to grease my pole. Holy cow. She needs to go. She needs to get her baby back. Well, holy cow. He's on paid leave while they investigate. Well, let me tell you, common sense investigator, from what I've seen in Massachusetts, if we could put a wager on this, which we can't, okay, but we could, I would wager that nothing's going to happen to him because this is all one big carnival show up there. It's one big crooked carnival. Holy cow! What's the most crooked game at the carnival? Because that's what we're dealing with here. Golly, man! Holy cow! Justin's been suspended by farmer appraisal reported to the FBI. So he is suspended. Okay. CSI, I'm quite the promoter. Oh my gosh. The judge normally does civil. She stepped over criminal just for Kelsey. That's bizarre. So that's really bizarre. So like here, like Tennessee, geez, I'm gonna mess up my courts. I'm gonna mess them up because okay, so we have so many courts. It's crazy. But let's say like you have general sessions, which here's like civil up to $10,000. So that's the most of civil stuff. And they hear like criminal misdemeanor stuff. And then of course you have criminal judges and they hear, everything on the criminal side. And then we have clerk and master and circuit court. And circuit court is above the circuit court and clerk and master, not clerk and master, right? Clerk and master or magistrate. Sorry, clerk and master works for the magistrate. Those two are like equal, and the magistrate's just like it's a holdover from common law. I don't even understand it. Like I told you, I went to court one time and never went back. It's kind of told not to. Yes, I don't understand the judge rotation logic, why they do that. It's very, very weird. How are you? How are you, expert? Did you upgrade your equipment to get the newest Elgato? Did they come out with a new microphone? I think they did, right? I forgot. No, I still have the older one and the I'll tell you what, that was it the what do they call their microphone service? Wavelength. That there's a new one of those, and I do not like it. It messes up every time. So obviously, luckily, I have the old one still installed, so I use the old one. Using it for this. The new one I like to because I have some new mics. They're portable mics. I've used them once or twice, but you can use the sound stuff on them. Celestial Force, do you have county district courts? Do you? Yeah, so like our district courts, so they're based on population. So let's see here. I forget. I think there's 35 judicial districts in Tennessee. We have 95 counties. And you've got Shelby, so it's Memphis, Davidson, Nashville, Hamilton, which is Chattanooga, Knox, which is Knoxville, and Sullivan, which is Kingsport and Bristol, are the ones that they're their own district. The circuit is that whole county. Our basis for everything in Tennessee, the size of our counties, everything was that you had to be able to make it from the furthest distance in the county to the courthouse, maybe back in a day. For me, excuse me, when I say that, on a horse in a day. D42, thank you guys for covering this. T, I will be covering, I'm gonna be going into, yeah, I guess Kelsey, this is it. Till Emily. Y'all check out Emily's C's channel. Thursday night, we'll be hanging out together. It's gonna be a hoot. Guys, man, she is she actually makes me a better person. She makes me a better streamer, and I appreciate that. But anyway, we may be doing Kelsey over there. But the who do I always forget? What I always mess it up. I'm always who messes up. I got right. No, that's not it. Where do I have it at? Nope. Nope. Sandra Birchmore. Sorry. Sandra, I can't. Sandra Birchmore. Why can't I remember that? It's right here in front of me, too. Sandra Birchmore stuff. I was probably going to, because I saw Emily C's stream on Sunday. And I was like, oh, like I'm interested in this now. It's weird. There you go. You know exactly. But you know what? So you're telling me I'm the only idiot that upgraded the equipment? So 350 plus 140. Is that what it is for the Elgato? Because we're talking shop here. So like this microphone, I on this microphone, I lucked out. My microphone broke live on stream, and then this one happened to be like half off on Amazon or something like that. No, I think I signed for a credit card, an Amazon credit card. I got $100 knocked off, which I've paid them back tenfold with interest. Gosh, it's not easy, but yeah, that's I got this, and then the little pop thing, and it's got the upgraded little dealy, so it's doesn't shake, and then I've got the low mount arm. I love it. Absolutely love it. I have another microphone that Hal 9000 sent me, and I don't have the stuff to hook it up with. It's a hard day's night around here. The new Wave 3 Mark IIs, 170. Ouch. Let's see here. Is there anything else? Oh, thank you, T. What? She's still afraid he might show it. What are we showing? Wait, what? Who's showing what? Turtle Boy interview last night was awesome with Kelsey. Yeah, I've not seen that. Is that anything that you guys? We could cover that tomorrow night. Need to do something. Y'all. It's weird. So you guys, like my whole interest in this all started with Turtle Boy. His uh, 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 witness intimidation charges. I'm like, this sounds like it's complete freedom of speech, and it's the constitutional issues is what I'm here for. And the more I learn, the more I see everything. It's a cobweb. Everything's connected very strangely, but it is connected, and it's weird, y'all. It's I don't know. I don't know what's happening. What's happening? You should watch it. Wait, hold on, wait, wrong one. You should watch it. Yes. Pop thing with the dealing? The pop thing for the dealio. Microphone, you don't have any prompt. I have a Yeah, XLR. That's what this the microphone that Hal sent me. I've got to get it. I'm playing catch up. I'm probably right now in September of last year, if that makes any sense. It doesn't. But still playing catch up every day, y'all. Trying to play catch up. Yeah, there's so much common sense. Are you in Massachusetts? Is that how you got involved in this? Mm. Oh. T's telling me it's time to go. Yes, Sweet Brown, wait, hold on, you're not talking about real life, are you? You're not talking about real life. Wait, are you talking about real life? Florida, okay. Florida. I got you. Wait, are you serious? Wait, that's not your name, you're not dead. I love it, Ronald. No, it's time to go. T says it's time to go. You guys need to go to bed. Sweet Brown, it's so what happens, y'all, is the no anybody ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. The closing outro. So it's going on a rotation thing where people are making claims against me that it's their copyright. And I've been hit with trying to share revenue share, which I mean I don't get after something goes live. I get all my revenue is from memberships and super chats. Very little advertising. It's there, but it's very little. It's like it's nothing I would ever notice. Like there's very little streams that after a live's over, they don't grow that much. But I've had like several years old now are getting hit with copyright claims. And it's nonsense. It's annoying. And this is like the third round or fourth round of times they've done this to me. So yeah, I don't have a good outro, but T42 has hers. So listen, I love you guys. He says, good night, everybody. Go to bed, you scoundrels. But if you're not going to bed, do something productive. And tomorrow, do something good. You guys wake up in the morning and think of something you're thankful for, and think of something you want to be thankful for. And make that your goal. All right. And every day we're going to do something great. This is our year, y'all. Love you guys.